Perfection, a scorched outpost in the middle of nowhere.
You know how close I am to leaving this place right now? How close?
Maybe that's why Val and Earl decided to leave town.
Hey, hold up. That's Edgar Deems.
They just picked the wrong day to do it.
Jeez. You guys better get the hell out of here. There's a killer on the loose.
Who could be doing it?
Is that a snake?
I'll give you boys $5 for this.
20.
That's how they get you. They're under the ground.
What the hell are those things? How could they eat a whole station wagon?
But where do they come from?
I vote for outer space. No way these are local boys.
You see, they're headed right for us.
No Richter scale can measure it.
They're coming!
No scientist can explain it.
Bert, they're under the ground.
You didn't get penetration even with the elephant gun.
Run, run!
And no one knows what to call it.
Megaworms or suckers or suckoids.
Now, this valley is just one long smorgasbord.
Now, it's up to Val and Earl to save the world.
That's one big mother.
Who died and made you Einstein?
And they know just what to do. Flip for it.
Damn.
Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, Tremors.
Welcome to another edition of Monster Movie Mondays. That's right, today we kick off Tremors, the giant worm-like beasts that are terrorizing Nevada. Well, the Tremors franchise basically has been pretty successful. They spawned a short-lived TV series, a prequel, and 3 sequels, with a 4th, Tremors Island Fury, that was released in October of 2020. So they actually have 4 sequels. Now, the writer, he had a job working as an editor at a Navy base in the middle of the Mojave Desert. So on the weekends, when they weren't shooting at the ranges, they would go hiking. Well, one day when he was climbing over a large boulder, he had a thought that, like, what if there was something under the ground and he couldn't get off this rock? Well, he took that idea and he put it to pen and paper, and the rest is history. Now, before Tremors became Tremors, the working title was Land Sharks. However, Saturday Night Live had already unleashed a reoccurring character called Land Shark to spoof Jaws. So they decided to change the movie title and then became Tremors. So let's talk about the creature, the graboid, the tremor. Now, there's basically carnivores, and there's nothing like them in the animal kingdom. Mother Nature has still played a big role in bringing these things to life. As special effects artists Alec Gillis and Tom Woodruff Jr., they threw bits and pieces of real-world critters like elephants, crocodiles, dinosaurs, rhinos, slugs, and catfish into the sketches that eventually became the graboids. Now, they filmed the movie in the area of Lone Pine, California, which has been the home to a lot of different movies, and it borders between California and Nevada. In addition to Tremors, Star Trek V, Gladiator, Dinosaur, Iron Man, and Man of Steel are just some of the movies that have shot there. So obviously the mountains, they border perfection, and they're close to Nevada in order for them to film this movie. Now, in this movie, we don't really explore the origin of the Tremors, the graboids, where they came from. The directors were pretty much fed up with the sci-fi genre standard cliches, radioactive or biological experiment, or they came from outer space. Generally, the Tremors, they don't really provide the information about the creature's beginnings. However, as more movies went on, they did claim that the man-eaters were prehistoric reptiles. And also, when it came to the graboids, they only actually had one model of a full-length graboid that was constructed for the Tremors. Let's talk about some of the stars of the film. I mean, you got Kevin Bacon that's in this. And for years, Kevin Bacon considered Tremors a low point in his professional career. He broke down and fell to the sidewalk, screaming to his pregnant wife, "I can't believe I'm doing a movie about an underground worms." Well, Bacon has since warmed up to the movie, but he still remembers having crazy dreams about the monsters while filming. According to Seeking Perfection, the unofficial guide to Tremors, the nightmares also led to some very bizarre evenings for Bacon and then his pregnant wife at the time, Kira Sedgwick. He would pick her up and sleepwalk and carry her out onto the street. She'd be like, honey, you're asleep." And I said, "No, I've got to get you out of here." So it's funny how your work kind of continues with you, right? Now, Michael Gross, who just got done filming Family Ties and then went into the filming of this movie, had the breakout character Burt Gummer, no-nonsense, gun-toting, anti-social survivalist. And pretty much less than 24 hours after the show he made with Family Ties, went right into filming. Now, he also, over the decades, became the face of the Tremors franchise, as you can see him throughout in the films. For Reba McEntire, she postponed her honeymoon with fellow musician Narvel Blackstock until after Tremors finished shooting so that she could make her feature film debut playing the fearless gun-toting Heather Gummer. However, the Tremors franchise actually outlasted the couple's relationship as they divorced in 2015. For the Graboids, what they did is they created an ominous tunneling effect with rapid flying dirt during a lot of the action sequences by chaining these maritime units to a truck and dragging them through underground troughs. Now, the ending was altered due to test audiences, as Val and Earl spend their entire movie pining for the greener pastures of a nearby town named Bixby. Yet, as their Graboid slaying quest unfolds, Val finds himself growing closer to Rhonda. Now, the pre-launch views hoped that they would kiss after vanquishing the monsters, but instead Tremors' original ending with Val and Earl driving to Bixby before having a change of heart and turning around, this wouldn't do. So the last few minutes were swiftly reshot to include the smooch that they wanted from the test audiences. Now, if you ever visit Lone Pine, California, there is a museum of Western film history, and it features a wonderful display that features an enormous prop Graboid head and a scale model of Chang's Market. So next time you're in Eastern California, be sure to check that out. Well, if you haven't seen Tremors, I hope you give it a shot. Tremors is and definitely a horror comedy. It is nearly impossible to make a movie that's basically scary and fun to watch, but Tremors did accomplish that. Despite failing to achieve box office success upon its release, Tremors was one of the first movies to go viral once the VHS was released. And as a film replayed on TV, it grew a cult following. So Fred Ward obviously was in the film as well, and they did consider Bill Paxton, Matthew Modine, and Bruce Campbell for his role. Now, the girl on the pogo stick is Ariana Richards, which you may remember her from Jurassic Park. She played John Hammond's granddaughter, Lex Murphy. And this will be a film that Kevin Bacon does remember, because on the last day of filming, Kevin Bacon's wife went into labor, and the set had a landline installed just so that he could get updates from her, what was going on while he was filming.
Tremors.